got a charity ride, Harley-Davidson of Columbia. It is our first ride ever in Tennessee. We are super excited. We got a bunch of stuff going on. They brought in a band. We got a full bar on the inside. It's gonna be one heck of a day. I'm Dan with Customs Kicking Cancer. First, I want to thank everybody for coming out. This is our very first ride in Tennessee, so it's a big deal for us. It's the month of September, which is Prostate Cancer Awareness Month. A lot of people don't know that. Light blue is the color. So it's really special that we could be here. We came down from Pittsburgh. This is what we do. We travel the country. We go to Sturgis, we go to Daytona, and we hope to be here every month or one day every weekend in September annually, so that we can make people aware of the risks of prostate cancer and really the importance of early detection. And that's why we're giving away those PSA test kits at home. I've talked to numerous of you, at least 3, 4, and there's probably maybe some more prostate cancer survivors that are here right now. There's stories, one gentleman at 48 years old, Roger, 48 years old. If you go to the statistics, they tell you don't need to be getting tested till 50, okay? So that's the point, and I say at 45 years old, everyone needs to be demanding an annual PSA blood screening. It is the #1 most deadly cancer in men. 1 in 8 men will have prostate cancer in their life in the United States. If you're African American or if you have family history, that goes up 3 times. So I have to be 3rd generation. For me, it's almost guaranteed. The only way to avoid it and make it so it's not life-changing is to demand an annual PSA blood test. You need to know your number so that when it spikes, you can catch it early. Roger caught it at only 10%. He's still here, he's living a good life. My dad caught it at 85%. It's come back 3 different times. And at this point, we're just trying to keep it out of his bones, because once it gets to your bones, there's not much left to do. So that's what this is all about. It's raising awareness. It's getting rid of the stigmas, making sure people understand that this isn't about being weak. It's not about being vulnerable. It's about actually being courageous, doing it for yourself, doing it for your loved ones, and just demanding and being your own advocate. Because you'd be amazed, even a lot of doctors, when you go to your annual physical, they're still not ordering a PSA blood test. Joe Biden, regardless of your political viewpoints, is a perfect example. 4 months ago in May, it came out that he has stage 4 prostate cancer. It's so far along, it's metastasized, it's in his bones. That's basically a death sentence. He was allowed to be the president of the United States for 4 years in his 70s, and not one single medical staff ordered him a PSA blood test. That's criminal. And that's how far this movement is behind, and that's what we're all about. So I really appreciate you on our first ride. I hope to see you guys next year. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, on our webpage, see where we're going, and we can really use the support. I want to thank Ricky Kelly with Harley-Davidson of Columbia. We couldn't do it without you. Thank you so much. Pastor Jim, your Journey Biker Church. I was pretty desperate trying to get this thing going. He stepped up, just really saved my butt. Thank you for everything. And of course, obviously, the support of the police department, Spring Hill Police Department. We do a lot of rides. We're going to be annual at Daytona Bike Week. We're working with the tourism department there at Biketoberfest. Being able to get a police escort is a big deal. It helps us stay safe. Blue Knights are here. That's a big deal. We don't get that everywhere we go, so thank you.
All right, guys, first I'm going to start by telling you what this ride means to me. Less than a year ago, I got diagnosed with prostate cancer. They checked my PSAs, did a PET scan. During the PET scan, they also figured out I had thyroid cancer. So he's right. Make sure you get checked, because you never know when it's going to hit you. Today's ride, make sure that you come over here and scan this. It's a worthy cause. Make sure that you donate to this fine organization. And guys, we're going to be safe. Columbia PD is going to pick us up at Highway 31. They're going to escort us to the Spring Hill city limits. Spring Hill PD is going to pick us up, and they're going to carry us all the way back around to 431 before we make our way back here. So just ride safe, be safe, and donate to a good cause.
Thank you.
One last thing too, if you have not donated yet, there's no charge for this ride, but listen, we're hearing stories. People here have been affected. Donate. That's what we do. We donate. Let's give back and let's make a difference for this cause, all right? So thank you all for being here.
Oh man, this is awesome. I am such a big fan of what Katie and Dan are doing. It was so great to be a part of it at Sturgis and to really see it gain momentum, because we know health is so important, and we know as guys, sometimes we neglect it. So I think it's awesome. And the fact that we got this many people out here in Tennessee, a long way from Sturgis, tells me that their cause is really catching on. It's been a wild one for me, man. Yesterday I was covering Super Motocross Media Day at Las Vegas, Nevada. Did an overnighter, and I connected in Charlotte, and this is how passionate I am about this cause and just how wonderful I think what Dan and Katie are doing, that I said, hey, if there's any way I can be there, I looked and I got a quick flight from Charlotte right here in Nashville, Tennessee, and I said I'll be there to publicize this, because I think it's wonderful that, you know, there's a lot of charities out there and there's been a lot of talk about how much money goes to the cause and whatnot. Dan and Katie are doing this out of their own pocket, and they deliver the aid right to where it needs to be. I had to think about it for a second because we've been through so much stuff as of late. You know, I have this beautiful piece of machinery that is climbing the ranks in popularity on cycle drag, also climbing the ranks in haters, but that's a good thing because the more haters, the more popular. Case in point over here. It is called the Tiffany Trike. I first took notice of the Tiffany Trike last year at Sturgis, and then got to do a great interview with Katie. Next thing you know, I've started following her, started doing some more videos every time that I would see her in the Tiffany Trike, and then got to meet Dan and just realized what great people they were. And then when their event was coming together, they asked me to put them in touch with Paul Tuttle Sr., and they were able to make it happen. So we had Paul Tuttle Sr. and Billy Lane out in Sturgis, all for prostate cancer prevention. I think it was wonderful. Man, I'll tell you what, you guys gotta support this. Follow Cycle Drag and follow Customs Kicking Cancer, because wherever they're doing one of these rides, if you're a rider, come on out and enjoy it. It's all for a good cause.
Journey Biker Church here in Columbia, Tennessee, and we were asked, Dan reached out to the owner of the Harley shop if we could help out with the ride, and I heard about Dan and what his cause was for through Billy Lane, and it's been amazing to be a part of this. It's hearing the stories and being a part of not only helping people now, but generations of their families, making a difference for them, an amazing cause. We are so proud and humbled to be a part of this, and we were glad that Customs Kicking Cancer came to Columbia, Tennessee. Get checked, get tested, be the difference. People can find me on Instagram at Pastor Jim O'Brien or Journey Biker Church, or on Facebook, Journey Biker Church as well. Thank you so much.
Yes, my annual checkup, they detected my PSA count was high. They checked me out, and I had prostate cancer. They surgically removed it, and I'm good as gold.
Awesome. So you're ready to ride for another 50 years with us.
Exactly.
And you're here riding today, right?
Yes, I am.
The event was phenomenal. We had so many engaging conversations. There were so many prostate cancer survivors here. It was unbelievable. We're already working on next year. The Blue Knights were here. We couldn't have done it without them. The local police department, they were blocking. Those guys were just riding their butts off, working really hard for us. We had an incredible ride for the very first year. We think there was about 36 riders, but there were more people that were prostate cancer survivors that weren't even riding today. We're already looking forward to next year. We're already talking with Harley-Davidson of Columbia, the local Blue Knights here, talking about making the event even bigger and better. It was fantastic. It exceeded every bit of our expectations. We could really use help in a bunch of ways, but first, following us on Facebook and Instagram, helping us share our message is just a gigantic help. We're a grassroots movement, and that's how we grow, is through personal connections and people sharing us on social media. And they can find us at Customs Kicking Cancer on Facebook as well as on Instagram. We also have a webpage, www.customskickingcancer.com. You could go there, you could donate. We could always use help getting to these events. It's expensive. Giving away these test kits is expensive. That's not what we're all about. We're about spreading awareness and getting out here and educating people on the importance of early detection, but every dollar counts, and sharing our message is a huge help. We got a couple things coming up. We're going to be at the Smoky Mountain Rally, teamed up once again with Woodland Baggers, and we'll be with them with a small setup, but we'll be there with free PSA test kits. So come look for us, and if you haven't had your annual PSA blood test, we'll have some there. And we'll also be at Biketoberfest last half of that, and we're not sure exactly the logistics, but that'll wrap up for the year. And be sure to catch us at Bike Week in Daytona as usual, and we'll be set up there at end of February, first week of March.